Welcome everyone to the third ever Europe Local Community Monday Meetup for Topcoder. We'll be holding this every Monday at this time, unless anyone has any better suggestions for the time. We can of course discuss about it and adjust if needed. But currently we are holding this time for all of these meetings. During these meetings, I will be your host for going through some basic news and the usual stuff. There's the basic usual stuff that I go through every week, and there'll also be some time for more, let's say, informal hanging out and discussing and forging new connections with our European peers at Topcoder. So I have a few slides to go through, and after that we can just hang out and see if there's any conversations we want to have. So it's January 24th, and Jesse tells me it's National Peanut Butter Day, at least in America, but I'm sure we can celebrate it all around the world anyway. So if you have peanut butter around where you live, please enjoy some on this special day today. And on to the actual news. There's this super exciting data science marathon match that recently launched. It just launched, so definitely check it out. It is for NASA, and the objective is to do comet discovery using your machine learning skills. I'll post these links in the chat. There we go. So within this challenge, you will have to use some data science skills to develop a machine learning algorithm to detect comets from image data. And what's more, you will have to be able to track their movements within sequences of images from this one particular telescope. So it's a super exciting challenge in image processing, object detection, object tracking, and it is for NASA. And what's better, there is actual official comet discovery credit that will be given to those competitors whose algorithms will be able to identify comets that had not been observed previously. So you can literally get discovery credit for an actual new comet if you are able to develop an algorithm that finds those. What could be better? Oh, and of course, there's big prizes as well. So definitely check out this challenge. It's really awesome. It's still running for quite a while. There's 20 days left until this challenge ends. So definitely, if you have any data science background or interest in going into data science, and this is exactly your chance to dive in and show the world what you've got, and not just the world, show the whole space what you've got. It's amazing. Definitely check it out. The link is in the chat. Oh, and additionally, there is a NASA community that we are creating. So if you want to be notified of any new NASA challenges that are coming up, click this link and fill in your details, and you will receive an email once we have new NASA challenges coming up. And you will be among the first within this NASA community that we are building at Topcoder. What could be better? Welcome, Nathan. Great to have you here.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. We just got started.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Right on time. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll reserve a spot for you at the end. You'll get some spotlight.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, just got this basic gig stuff and skill builders first. So another thing that we have going on is this AWS Athena skill builder that's going on. And what this is an Amazon cloud service to allow for querying data from Amazon buckets. So while building your usual cloud services on Amazon, you might have your data stored in these S3 buckets and so on. And what Athena does is it allows you to query this data in an easy manner using standard SQL syntax. And the skill builder actually includes another component called Power BI, which is a Microsoft product to allow building powerful and intuitive visual business intelligence dashboards based on the data that you handle with this Athena service. So it's definitely a powerful tool to help build business intelligence solutions at any possible scale. So maybe you have just one web app, maybe there's a simple one-pager app with some kind of backend and you want to do your analytics on that, or maybe you're building something really enterprise scale. These skills will definitely come in handy for building absolutely anything at any of those scales. And I've heard that there's actually a huge amount of work, literally huge amount of work coming in with these technologies from our clients. So it's definitely time to really skill up and upskill and check out this skill builder, because there's going to be a lot of work coming up. And what's even better, there's another skill builder. So maybe, oh, we have someone joining in. So maybe your specialty is in JavaScript and front-end skills instead of, let's say, data and data backend, data engineering and databases. We have this new skill builder on Lightning.js, which allows you to build, from what I understand, TV solutions. And we have a big client for this as well and a lot of work coming in. So if you want to build sort of smart screens and smart televisions for smart cars in the future, or TV apps to work on your mobile, your laptop, your desktop, or on your smart TV, this is the stack for that. So definitely do check that out. And from what I heard, there's actually a Mulesoft training skill builder coming in later, but maybe Nathan can talk about that just a bit later. Additionally, big news at Topcoder in these past few weeks is this new kind of design challenge that we have been discussing for a few weeks now, actually. And there was a special webinar about it last week. If you missed it, definitely check it out on the Topcoder YouTube channel. So there is this new kind of challenge that's aimed at bringing Topcoder sort of services onto smaller clients. So that smaller clients that may not be the enterprise client that is Topcoder's usual client will be able to really easily and really quickly launch design challenges at Topcoder. And what this means from Topcoder competitor perspective is that there is no co-pilot for these challenges at all. Instead, you will be working directly with the client. So the client will be there on the forums to answer your questions. And additionally, the specifications for these challenges will be super simple and super detailed. So there is no sort of room for creativity and showing all your fancy tricks, but rather it's a simple, super highly defined, well-defined, clearly defined challenge for you to do exactly what the client wants in a short timeline, so that the client will be able to get results and deliver this design output as soon as possible. And then hopefully, once they see the value that Topcoder can bring them, maybe they will go in for, let's say, the larger and longer type of design challenge that is more traditional at Topcoder. So through this, there should be a lot more design work of all kinds coming in to design competitors at Topcoder. And there's a discussion link that I just put in the chat. So if you have any opinions, any feedback, any questions, you can join the forums for that. Then I have a few gigs to present to our European members. These are actually any location gigs, so they're open for anyone. We are looking for a full stack developer with a rather, let's say, traditional software stack. So React.js, Node.js, REST APIs, Express.js, and front-end skills. This will require a lot of experience, but if you have this experience with these skills, definitely check it out. It's a full-time gig for 15 weeks, and it's a bit earlier than usual Europe hours, but it's definitely workable from Europe. So if you are a full-stack developer with these skills, check it out. Additionally, there is a gig for a Ruby developer for 26 weeks at Central European hours. And what this requires is a modern cloud native stack. So there's a Docker and Kubernetes, and the actual software will be Ruby on Rails with Postgres database. So if you are a backend Ruby developer, this is a great gig with a great compensation level as well for a good duration. We actually haven't had too many Ruby gigs, I think, so it's definitely something worth checking out. Additionally, we're looking for a Databricks solution architect to work with Databricks, Azure, DevOps pipelines, and SQL. So this will require really large number of experience. It's an architect gig, it's a senior level gig, but if you have this experience, definitely check it out. It's IST hours, so it's a bit earlier than usual Europe hours, but definitely workable from Europe. So if you have strong background in Azure and Databricks, that's a great gig for you. And additionally, I guess this is a bit more special one here. We're looking for Topcoder development co-pilots. And what a co-pilot is at Topcoder is a technical project manager, basically. So you'll be organizing the whole run of the challenge from initiation to launch, then answering competitors' questions at the forums, and then finalizing it and making sure the client gets what they want. So this will require good communication skills because you will be working with clients and with the Topcoder project managers. And additionally, it will require a strong background in Topcoder. You'll really have to know what Topcoder is all about, how Topcoder challenges are run, how they work, and you will need to have a lot of experience with that. But this is definitely your chance to sort of be more involved with Topcoder if that's what you're interested in. So definitely check that out. As always, on these Mondays, we have these general community meetups all around the world. So my good friend and colleague, Getz, who is also a skilled data scientist and developer, will be hosting a Southern Asia community meetup a few hours before this. You can check the hours on the community calendar or from these slides. If you have, let's say, data science specific questions, or you're more comfortable joining at that time, or an India local one, you can join his calls. He's a great guy and his calls are really great, so definitely recommended. Additionally, Fajar, who is a total design legend at Topcoder, will be hosting Indonesia locals and also for general Southeastern Asia region specific community meetups. His meetups are held in the local language of Bahasa. But if you're up for it, you can check out his course as well. So there's plenty of stuff coming in for the coming month. There's this NASA Comet Challenge that I already talked about. Definitely check it out if you have any background or interest in data science. Additionally, in just a few days, we have an India-only hackathon. It's a surprise hackathon. And I'm not sure if I have all the details about it, but I think I heard it's a Wipro hackathon and it should be really great. There's going to be more specific news coming in soon. So definitely do check it out. The next SRM, which are our competitive programming, or let's say most traditional competitive programming algorithm rounds, will be on February 2nd. Don't forget to log into the arena and register for that if you're interested in these algorithm competitions. Additionally, the RDM4 will be on February 4th. It lasts for 8 hours and it's a really amazing competition type at Topcoder. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say that it's one of my favorite competition tracks at Topcoder actually, because the way I see it, it kind of bridges the gap between development skills and these super fast-paced SRMs. In effect, what that means is that you will have to do actual real-life development work, implementing APIs and backends and Docker containers, websites, and all kinds of interesting functionality at super fast lightning pace. And you will be rated based on that. There's going to be a violent and interesting leaderboard with lots of interesting stuff going on. So definitely do check that out if you have development skills or if you are interested in developing your development skills. It's going to be super exciting, and there's going to be prizes as well. Then on February 9th, there's going to be a rookie SRM. What these rookie SRMs are, they're just like the ordinary algorithm rounds, but they're sort of easier. So if you want to practice your algorithm skills because you don't feel too confident in participating in the normal SRMs, which can be quite difficult sometimes, or if you are completely new to Topcoder and want to see what our algorithm rounds are about, then the rookie SRMs are just for you. On the same day, there is the Marathon Match 133. Marathon matches are our optimization algorithm matches. So there's not going to be one correct solution, but rather you're going to have to find a solution that's as optimal as possible within the bounds you're given. So there's often very creative solutions created by the contestants. And these are also longer running than the other algorithm rounds. The length of these marathon matches is usually 1 week. So you'll have 1 week to develop your algorithm for this. And additionally, SRM 824 will be on February 19th. And this is the time to really compete for the TCO stage 3 as well. So definitely compete in these algorithm rounds for that. So as I mentioned, the RDM4 will be held on February 4th. And it seems we are just joined by the main coordinator for this round, Kalindi. That's great. Looks like she'll be joining in a second. Okay, great. So it will be on February 4th, which is on Friday. And Friday should be a good day for these challenges. I think the last RDM was also on Friday. It will be an 8-round match, 8-hour match, and there will be 3 problems: easy, medium, and hard. And what's super interesting about this particular round is that the solution that you will be creating will not just be a toy problem, but rather it's actually related to Topcoder. So by competing in this challenge and creating your solution, you will actually be creating a solution that really helps Topcoder. But I won't tell you exactly what it will be. You'll have to wait until the announcement and until the round starts for that. It seems Kalindi has some technical issues joining. Well, anyway, it's time to move forward. I think now would be just a great chance for you, Nathan, to give some Mulesoft hype to keep the hype alive. Actually, let me just create a new slide for it.
Mulesoft hype slide, huh?
Yeah. Is that a good title for you?
Kind of like it. Although the name of the podcast is Talking Mulesoft. So let's keep it like this for this week.
Yeah, next week there's going to be a special site for that then.
Next week, yeah, exactly. Yeah, hey folks, just a really quick one. So, man, there's a lot happening with Mulesoft at the moment. So for anyone that isn't sort of familiar with Mulesoft, this is an API and integration platform which is owned by Salesforce. Now, Mulesoft, the platform name is called Anypoint, and Mulesoft are really going hard at the moment to, I guess, support developers to learn more about their platform. And so they need new developers who are accredited to the Anypoint platform, and they're offering all sorts of training, which is usually priced at around $300 to $500. They're actually offering that training for Topcoder members for free at the moment. So I've just put a link in the chat. You can go and get Mulesoft Certified for free for their Anypoint platform. There's no charge. It's a self-learning course, which takes around 6 weeks, but they also have teachers available in case you do need to ask any questions and get any support. And we're also building quite an interesting community as well, which is being led by one of our good friends, Aditya Singh. Now, Aditya is our official Mulesoft content creator on LinkedIn. I've just popped his LinkedIn profile in the chat as well. So I'd recommend you go connect with Aditya and ask any questions about Mulesoft. I think he was also here last week, and he'll probably be here next week. The thing I would say about this is that Mulesoft is just growing exponentially. There's more and more really high profile brands that are starting to adopt this platform. Mulesoft are seeing a lot of fintech businesses and more conventional banking institutions that are diving on here. So go get it. Robinson, last year you got the Mulesoft certification. Hope to continue the next one. Is there a deadline? No, there isn't a deadline this time. So we're actually working with Mulesoft on a much deeper level. Last time it was just to offer the accreditation to our community. This year, we're going to be starting to embed more Mulesoft services. So things like Mulesoft developer gigs are going to be appearing at the Topcoder platform. We have a Mulesoft skill builder challenge coming up in February, which I think the details will probably launch on our next session. We've also got the podcast launching next week. So this is forming part of a much bigger strategy and collaborative session with Mulesoft that we hope is going to last for a long time. What I would say is, if you've got any friends who are thinking about becoming developers or trying to get into a technical space, then this is a really, really good starting point. You don't need necessarily the technical background to do this thing. And it's going to be, I wouldn't say easy. Nothing ever is, of course, when you're learning new skills, but it's going to be a way for people to get their foot into that technical door and start to embed themselves into engineering teams within businesses doing actual hands-on work. So Mulesoft's a great gateway to do that. I'd recommend anyone who's trying to get into this space to take a look at this thing. For sure. Aditya indeed joined us last week, and it was a really amazing session. We had a quick interview and he gave a good overview of this Mulesoft platform. So if you happen to miss it, do check out the recording from last week. It was just amazing. What did you say the value of this free Mulesoft training was? So it ranges depending on whether people are going to be taking the developer course or the architect course. But if you keep in mind, it's around $300 roughly. It's more for the architect course. So we're actually speaking with Mulesoft at the moment about how we can maybe incorporate the architect course for free as well, which would just be sensational if we can, because that was obviously take the developers to the next step of their career.
For sure.
But that's still, those conversations are still happening. Hopefully by the end of this week or maybe the end of next week, we'll have some sort of conclusion to that. But yeah, just dive in. I think the biggest thing that I take from this, Penna, is that the opportunities that are going to be coming out of Mulesoft over the next 6 to 12 months are just going to be huge. So the earlier people get on this, the better.
Yep, definitely sounds like it. I personally hadn't really heard too much about this and didn't have too much background knowledge of this Mulesoft. And I have to say, I was definitely sold on it last week by Aditya. He really sold the idea to me. This sounds like a really powerful platform for creating all kinds of really, really powerful systems.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? I'm not a technical guy, and even I'm sold on it. Like I just think it's fascinating. But yeah, the other thing that's coming out of this, I think I mentioned, skill builder details are going to be announced next week on this call as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, go refer your friends over to the skill builder and go follow Aditya on LinkedIn. If you're not sold on it yet and you don't know what it is, or you want more technical details, drop a connection request to Aditya and he'll be able to answer all of your questions as well.
Yep, definitely. Thank you so much, Nathan.
No problem. That's my Mulesoft minute. Thanks,
Totally. Yeah. Yes, definitely super excited about all of these Mulesoft opportunities coming in.
Same.
That's great. So I guess we still have a minute here. So is there absolutely anything anyone might want to share or talk about or chat about? Anything? Any questions or any comments, any feedback about Mulesoft or about the RDM or about the new design challenges on NASA or anything else? And welcome, Kalindi. I see you were able to join us.
Thank you, Penna. And I see we have our RDM 4 on Feb 4. That's something cool.
Yes, definitely. Tabani, you have a question. Feel free to unmute yourself or either write in the chat. We'll do our best to answer.
Oh, yes, I have questions. I don't know if you can help.
Sure, let us know.
Okay, I just joined Topcoder like last week, and I'm really trying to keep up with the community and get myself to work more and up my skills. So I don't know how you can help me to get started and focus on upping my skills so that I get to a point where I can take the challenges and engage more in the challenges that will be on the site.
Super happy to have you join us. If you were listening in on the call, you must have heard that we have all these skill builders that are definitely exactly for that purpose. What exactly is your background? Are you a developer or designer or interested in either of those tracks?
I am a front-end developer and I'm also into designing.
Okay, so there's the new format design challenges that you can check out. I'll just repost the link again. For design work and for front-end skills, there's the JavaScript skill builder as well. And honestly, the best way to learn at Topcoder is just to jump in, because that's the only way you're gonna really learn what a Topcoder challenge is and how a Topcoder challenge works. And there's the additional part that once you submit a passing submission, you will be able to view all the other submissions to that challenge and then learn from those. So let's say you don't win a challenge, but you fulfill enough minimum requirements to pass the screening phase. After that, you will be able to compare your solution with the winning solutions and then see what you missed and then improve based on that.
Okay. And another thing is, on my experience, I've been like solo on everything. I've been doing things on my own and I have no experience, so I need to work on that also. I don't know if you can help me.
I think Topcoder is honestly the best place for that. Many of us here at Topcoder are like self-learned, and Topcoder is a great place for a great community for really learning. And the experience you gain at Topcoder is valid experience that will help you forward in your career.
Okay, so, thank you.
If you have any other questions, feel free to use the forums for that. You can ask there and we'll do our best to give you learning resources. Oh yes, there's also this whole learning site that we actually have. There we go. It's called Topcoder Thrive, and it's actually full of learning materials created by community members, just like yourself. And Kirill, who is here with us, is actually the whole mastermind behind this Thrive. So if there's, let's say, some topic that you want to learn about, you can just go on Thrive and search for it there. And there will likely be an article that you can read. And Kirill just posted a link in the chat as well about all the different challenges that we have at Topcoder. So I'd say that's a great place to really start.
Okay, I'll work on that. Is it too much if I ask for, I really need someone like a mentor, someone to keep me up with my work and someone who I can directly ask for help if I have any problems without using the site?
Feel free to use the forums for that. And there is actually a mentorship program that's held by our maestro or Luis. I'm not sure if the next mentorship event is already scheduled, but there will probably be one in the near future. But in general, if you have any questions, you can join on the Slack, post your questions there, and we'll do our best to answer. And you can use the Topcoder forums and write your questions there.
No, okay, thank you. At least I have somewhere to start and I'll work on that.
Yeah, no problem. Super glad to have you as a member of our community.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions or points or things to raise here? If not, I think we're right on schedule for ending this call. Thank you everyone so much. Thank you, Nathan, for being able to join and give us some Mulesoft hype.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and super happy to have Kirill here and Kalindi as well. Because Kirill is our Thrive mastermind and Kalindi is the main coordinator for this RDM round, which is a big thing. So it's great to have both of you guys here. Okay, I think we're done here. So have a great week, everyone. It was great having you here and hope to see you next week as well.
Thanks, Bye.